Alrighty guys, welcome to part 8 of my Sonic 06 playthrough, and we're doing Shadow Story still. And basically in the last part we chased after Mephiles in Aquatic Base. So we're done with that boring level until Silver Story. And basically, if you remember part 2 or 3, I forget which one it was, where we saw the cutscene where Mephiles we first encountered Mephiles. Mephiles seemed to know who Shadow was, and this cutscene explains how he knew who Shadow was. Because Shadow went to the past to seal him away first time around. And that's also what this artifact was doing all this time. It was keeping Mephiles sealed away, but I think we kind of already knew that. So yeah, we've done our bit in the past. We've sealed the recolor away. Though at this stage in time he is not a recolor, he is just darkness, I suppose. I wouldn't even call him a shadow, he's sort of like a dark fog more than anything. Excuse me. But anyway, another good piece of news is that Silver is no longer going to be a dick towards Sonic. He seems to finally realise that Mephiles has been playing him for a fool. However, what happened between him and Iblis, or indeed what happened with Elise, won't be revealed until Silver's playthrough, so yeah. This cutscene is for the most part the same in both Shadow and Silver's story. The only real difference is there is a slight difference at the end of Silver's, the cutscene in Silver's story.
Yes, of course.
So yeah.
Chaos control.
Yeah, at this point here, the cutscene changes in Silver's story, but in Shadow's story, he just jumped straight into the time warp, which is what he should have done in Silver's story, but I'll cover that when I get to it. Well, I might, if I remember. No doubt I'll get to it and I will forget. 'Cause I fail that way. So yeah. We arrive back in the present day.
Omega is still in pursuit of Mephiles. So, where's the kid? What did you find 10 years ago?
I need you to access GUN's database. Specifically, find out what materials the Sceptor of Darkness was made from.
Sure.
So, we're not going to a new level straight away.
I found the means to seal Mephiles.
We're going to defeat, we're going to do a town mission. I'm pretty sure we're going to do a town mission, and then hopefully we'll go to the next stage. God, my memory's so hazy of this part of the game. Excuse me. So yeah, just a few steps forward and you're instantly thrust into a town mission. Save the archaeologist. The archaeologist whom you will never, ever, ever see again. And my controller disconnected at this point, the batteries ran out. So when I actually stop recording the video. Oh my god! How many words did you speak? It was loading that? Oh my fucking god. It loaded just for that! Yeah. So yeah, we basically just got to kill all the enemies in order to protect the archaeologist. And as I said, I was having problems with my controller. It ran out of battery, so I had to stop recording and then re-record once I had put new batteries in the controller. But obviously this was a while ago that I recorded this, so you know. So yeah, simple mission, take out all the enemies. The archaeologist, I think she's smart enough to run away from the enemies. So if you take them out quick enough, you shouldn't have an issue. And that's really all there is to it. It's so basic and so straightforward, you shouldn't have a problem with this. And yeah, that was it. At least she talks a bit more now. See, if the loading screen had loaded this up, then I probably wouldn't have found it so laughable. But the fact that it only loaded up like 3, 4, maybe 5 words, absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful, I should say. Yeah.
Perfect.
Failed to see how I could not have got an S rank on that mission. It is so easy. But nonetheless, moving on now. We know now what the Sceptor of Darkness is made of. So we're gonna make another Sceptor of Darkness. And we're gonna attempt to reseal Mephiles back into the Scepter. Fingers crossed it works. It may not work. Isn't always immediately obvious what you've got to do at this point. At least I don't remember it being immediately obvious. But you've got to head over to a fountain. And you've got to light the 4 pillars on the fountain. I think it's this fountain here. No, wait. No, it isn't this fountain. No, it's a different fountain. Fountain of the Priest, that was it. It's, like I say, it's not always immediately obvious. And it isn't always immediately obvious to find, as you can clearly see. I get so easily lost in Soliano, it's just such a shitty hub world. It's far too big. I mean, you do have the humans there to help you out, but not all of them help you out. Some of them just say shit that means nothing. But generally you can spot the ones with something useful to say. They're the ones with the orange boxes on their head. Anyway, this is the fountain we want. You know, basically there are 4 kind of things around the edge of the fountain. Just Chaos Spear all of them. Probably the only instance I can think of where I actually needed to use Chaos Spear in this entire game. Apart from, you know, I won't go into that. But once you've lit all 4, there's our Scepter. I think this is the point where the vocal scrub is there. Seriously. What the fuck? If that was a slip up, why the fuck is it still in the game? I mean, seriously. Fucking stupid. But anyway, we know where we've got to go next. Wave Ocean. Fairly straightforward. We know how to get there. I think. I don't think Shadow has to go through all the bullshit that Sonic did. You know. But obviously I was trying to remember how to get over there. And the camera wasn't helping me. Actually, wait a minute. I don't know what the fuck I was doing actually. So I was just running around like a bloody lunatic at this point. I think I'd lost the plot. Yeah, you're telling me what I already know. I've already been to the Fountain of the Priest. Fucking shut it. I have no idea. But yeah, there's a spring over there. Relatively straightforward to get to Wave Ocean, unlike Sonic, who has to use a like speed dash, which doesn't always work. But yeah. In this part I've only got half of Wave Ocean. The other half is in part 9. I just thought it would be better, because otherwise this part was going to be ridiculously long. At least that's what I remember from when I was trying to measure up the videos and that. Anyway, glider section. Be careful what you're shooting, because you don't want the towers to collapse on you and take off too much damage the glider too much. Though from what I remember, the glider's pretty, resilient. I mean, I could probably glide into the ground the whole time and probably not die, but I don't know. Rather not take the risk. So basically, just go through the stage shooting enemies and shit. I find it funny how these enemies never appeared in, for Sonic straight off the bat, like as quickly as they did for Shadow, I should say. Yeah, just shoot the enemies. Be careful when you're shooting down the pillars. And yeah, straightforward section, but then again all the glider sections with Shadow are very, very straightforward. I think I cut off after the glider section at the load screen between the glider section and the next section. Actually, yeah, looking at the time on the video, yes I do. So with that being said, I'll wrap it up for this part, and see you guys in part 9.